Hey, it's Kylie here with Courageous Beauty, a girls group for conversations about self-worth and healthy relationships. This is where we answer questions that we've gotten from our girls group or that we've gotten from schools that we have visited. So today we're going to talk about judgment. Should we judge people for their actions? And if not, why? My answer actually is yes, we should judge people for their actions. But let me define what I mean by judgment, because I believe that there is a good kind of judgment and a bad kind of judgment. On the bad side, this is our stereotypical, I have seen one of your behaviors and I have determined, or I've seen the color of your skin or your religion or whatever it is, and I have placed you in this stereotype and it's got a negative connotation. I now claim that you are bad. That kind of judgment, definitely not. And even the kind of judgment where somebody's only had a very limited interaction with somebody and they're very quick to decide, oh, I know what kind of person you are, and associate all litany of other things that are negative traits with this person. That kind of judgment is not what I am talking about. The good judgment that I'm referring to is more along the lines of discernment. Being able to recognize and identify what is good and what is not. When you think about, we have judges who are in the court of law. What is their job? They have to decide whether somebody is guilty of doing something very bad, like hurting somebody, stealing property, murdering, bad things. We all agree these are bad. They have to decide if this person is guilty or not guilty, and their job is also to, if they are guilty, assign a punishment. And I know it's not pleasant to receive that, but I think we can all agree that this is an important and necessary thing in our lives. And on a more personal level, this kind of judgment is more looking at the behaviors, the attitudes of people around you, and identifying for yourself, this is a kind of behavior that I approve of, and this is a kind of behavior I don't. And it's not that you're saying this person is now horrible and I don't want to hang around them, that it could mean that, depending on what kind of behavior and the consistency of that behavior that you're looking at. I mean, you need to use judgment, sound judgment, to decide what kind of people you're around, but it's important. It's a way to protect yourself by understanding what behaviors you approve of in other people. So, as we've talked about before, the people that you spend a lot of time with, and it's not just, I wouldn't just say your friends, it's the friends that you spend the most time with, and the family members, and teachers, other mentors in your life that you spend a lot of time with that have an influence on you. It affects your behaviors and your attitude and who you express yourself to be. And this can be a very good thing, especially if the people in those circles that you spend a lot of time with are a good influence on you, right? In the same sense, it can be a bad thing if you choose to spend the majority of your time with people that are engaging in behaviors or in attitudes that are going to have a negative impact on your life. So using judgment, you can decide what kind of people that you want to be spending your time with. And I'm not talking about like you and your friend are hanging out and she makes a comment and you're like, I don't like what you said, and all of a sudden you should disassociate with that person. I'm saying you need to evaluate more than just one situation and look at the person. You need to know the person and decide for yourself what you want in your life. So should you judge people? You should use judgment when you are looking at their behaviors and how much you want to invest in them. You should be careful about placing a judgment on somebody and saying, I know who you are and this is bad, and let me associate all these other bad attributes to you. That is not a good judgment. And when you are receiving judgment, this is where it's really hard. And a lot of people will fight back against this because they don't like feeling bad. We don't like to hear that we've done something wrong. But does that mean it shouldn't be called out? Should we always say wonderful, nice things, you know, you're doing great, even if you're engaging in something that is hurtful to someone else, like watching people in a high school, you know, bullying somebody else? Should that stand and, you know, they're cool, whatever? No, we need to stand up and speak to the truth about that. That is not okay. And receiving that is very uncomfortable. It's embarrassing. It's hurtful, especially if it's not done in the right way. But even if it is done in the right way, it's not fun to hear that you're doing something wrong, or that you have a wrong attitude, or that something is showing that you don't want to be showing. Like, you have to be honest with yourself. If you're receiving what you would perceive as a judgment from a friend, are they seeking to share the truth with you? That's hard to hear, but because they care about you, they're making you aware of it, and they're seeking to build you up. Because if that's, and you have to be honest with yourself, because it's hard to admit that, but it's important. Or are they seeking to be negative in your life, and are they seeking to tear you down? If you are honest with yourself, this can be an opportunity for growth for you. So I would encourage you, if you're receiving what feels like judgment, take a look at it. Dig a little bit deeper. Is this something that is an issue in your life? And if it is, girl, take a look at it. And if it's not, or if it's something that they're imposing on you and they're just seeking to bring you down, it may be, you know, you can just let it roll off your back. Don't worry about it. Don't take it seriously. And if that friend is a consistent negative influence in your life, pull away, just like we were talking about in the toxic relationship stuff. So, short answer, yes, we should judge people for their actions in the sense that we discern what is good and what is not. No, we should not be condemning people and assuming other attributes to them and generalizing. That kind of judgment is not helpful. Always seek to build up and to help grow. That's the key. Where is the heart and the motivation behind sharing something that's hard to hear or negative? So that's the answer to my question. And, you know, we'll keep answering questions. So if you have another question, comment below. If you like the video, like, subscribe, share. You'll get to see more of our stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.